Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the South Florida Bulls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the USF Bulls offense is on the field for the first time today. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing straights.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much.
And he's running in the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Bulls are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Now, if you're on defense in this one, you've had a good play, you swat that pass away, but you better turn the page and get ready for it because it's probably coming again. You're going up against one of the top 10 passing offenses in the country. You're going to have to be really good in the back end all game long.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
A third and long coming up here. They're going to throw it again. That's caught. It's Winton. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Bulls. He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Clemson Tigers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. Looking to throw for it. Dances away to buy time. Close to the marker, it's Livingston. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone with his size and his athletic?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Bulls. Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Trying to move them on the counter. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll try it again. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those 1st downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Reads it, fires complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Off play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, first down, screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Staley. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Bulls have their offense in high gear. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, USF! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback on the keeper. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Clemson is quick to the line. The quarterback run game historically has been very good to Clemson.
Reason, I would argue that Clemson kind of put this on the map. I mean, back in the day with Woody Dantzler, he was such a good athlete, and they used tempo, and they changed the game up a little bit. Everybody saw it, and I think started to implement it more and more, and Clemson's definitely built their brand, especially offensively, on that spot being able to do that.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in, it's Brown. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move. He breaks a tackle. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Finds a crease at the 20.
I like how they made me click on the rock.
Touchdown, Clemson. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offense coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and that just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
You know, as a quarterback, you have to be so precise and accurate when you're throwing to running backs, right? They're not used to making acrobatic, awkward body catches. That time, nice job reeling it in, just couldn't keep his feet down in bounds.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come up.
Line getting set on second down. He'll just keep slinging it. Quickly to the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Gets it out quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, South Florida. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's involved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Setting up the screen. Turns it on at midfield. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires on the move. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback now breaking the field. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
The Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown Bulls. What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give on the inside. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Going to the running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Quick strike complete. Smashes through the tackle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. The aerial assault continues. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Brown. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation.
Just destroying his way through the field. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. And first down, obviously, is the right down to do it. But now, limits the options a little bit more. Second down.
Touchdown, Clemson! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Well, well, well. Somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll throw it on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that...
Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back.
It's a turnover. Fumbling, a whole bunch of more stuff. Come on.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Tigers! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive and stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
At the 40, there he goes. He now has 56 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability and vision. That's why he's second in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
Let's it fly. He's open on the right. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Power football with the run.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Gets it out fast. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Bulls want to pick up the tempo. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking to scramble. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Bulls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking to throw on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds his man down the middle. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Clemson will send the punt team out. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Give to the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, running back on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Brown will throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. The Bulls send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40s. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll run it from the gun. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy.
Touchdown, Clemson! They move on top here in the 4th.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Brown wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people at Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to San Jose State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels in football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
using the quick game. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. The throw. Makes the catch past the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Bulls have this offense rolling. They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the right. Where did he find a hole in that secondary? He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Brown will throw it. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Can't.